Halftime Panther Graham Gano has us set for his start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Flush to his right.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Giants. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Now Richardson. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Richardson looking to throw this. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now Wilson on 1st down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. First carry for Nick Chubb. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
They'll run with Chubb. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Keep it up, guys. 35's the mic. Check back. Mike 35, Mike 35.
Now Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. In motion, Slayton. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
third and long, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. A throw out wide going to be incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Giants, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
First and 10, it's Richardson.
Being chased out left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Got his man, it's Warren.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This a 2nd and 8. Richardson looking to throw.
Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Richardson to throw.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score.
The try here for the extra point.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, 77 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves. 19 tight. 19 tight.
1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it. He's got his man. It's Pierce. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Now Richardson. Delivers another one to Pierce. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
They go play action with Richardson.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now it's Richardson. That's another one complete to Mitchell.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Wilson. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know. Looking ahead.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Down the left sideline, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
A final shot before the half. Richardson lets one go downfield for Pierce. That is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. And trouble trying the middle here. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Wilson changing the play. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Put your hands on him. Get your hands on motion, man. Go.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. That is caught. And he will have a Giants first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike 20. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
In motion, Slayton.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. That ball caught by Slayton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Mike 20.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Again, Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. It's the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That's complete to Pierce.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Richardson.
He finds his man, complete. That's Pierce. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Richardson to throw off play action. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Richardson off the play fake.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Richardson on 2nd and 10.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 3rd and long for Richardson.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Mike 35. Here we go.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
35's the Mike.
The slot man in motion right.
Mike 35.
Touch 50.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Giants first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Stop your whining. 35's the Mike.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw again is Wilson. That one taken in by Neighbors. But he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Richardson will throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
17 yards and a Giant first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. Down at the 25.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Chubb on the counter. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to widen their advantage. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Deontay Banks with it.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. And able to work his way down to the 16. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Jets, they move to a sparkling 15-1 with 1 game still to go in the regular season. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Checks to the man and crawl back in the hole. Yo, I can turn the dirt into gold. Just take a little slice of heaven and bring it right back home. The price of easy living is a bit of your soul. No appliances in your kitchen, televisions and phones, and a nice silk sheet set to fold. You poor thing, I hate to see you live it so damn cold. Up the hill, falling down to your grave. I can help you carry all that weight. Reach out your hand to me, child, if you want to be saved. Just put $1 in the bucket every day after day and watch your problems, anxiety, struggle, spirit away. And at the end of the road, I know a place. You poor thing, I'm sure they'll let you walk right in the gate. You talking about? There's no something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance, so the turns they light. So jump, 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 in the moment.